You know, when I was a kid, I think I was a big dreamer.
Dreams change, you know? They change for the better. They become more crystallized.
You just have to do what you love. That's basically what it is. Find something that you really like because you're gonna wanna get up and do it every day.
I think the biggest challenge is getting started.
My father was a carpenter. The times that I did get to spend with my father when I was younger, we did carpentry. At the time, my mom couldn't afford to hold down the household, 3 children, and maintain the house she lived in. She signed up for a nonprofit housing ministry. I did some of the sweat equity, and it was like, yo, y'all getting paid to do this? And I'm like, this is what I wanted to do in high school, you know? It was like, how can I become a master at this?
I do love driving. I was always looking at what my uncles were doing with cars. I was always interested. Like, I actually worked at an oil change place. It's my zen, it's my peacefulness.
I like working with people. I like learning new things, but I definitely felt like I didn't have any true direction.
I did some handyman work like around my neighborhood, basically doing people's fronts. Did some towing with a tow truck, and it wasn't really a calling for me.
I didn't have much of a plan. I was just kind of at a loss. Like, I was working retail, and that's just not something I wanted to do in the long run.
My previous position had ended, and I was out of work for 6 months to a year. I was actually a Lyft driver, just trying to make ends meet. It was difficult for my family.
I picked up a bunch of hard skills and like skills for working in the field, but I didn't have my professional skills all the way together.
One day, my boyfriend came home and he was like, I have a great idea for you. You love to drive and you love people. I was like, okay, yeah. How do you feel about working for SEPTA? He said you have to go through a program. It's called West Philadelphia Skills Initiative, and they're gonna help you get your CDL permit and just help you, get an interview with SEPTA.
When I found out about the West Philadelphia Skills Initiative, I applied immediately.
The cohort was promoting a whole lot in our area, and my brother, he was like, look, I think this will be a nice program for you. He called it Professional Development Boot Camp.
The Skills Initiative is really good at helping you to focus on the right things.
In the Skills Initiative, I learned to hold myself more accountable.
Everything that SEPTA holds a high standard for, from your appearance to how you interact with people.
I was watching myself improve, become better.
And really gave me some tools that I could use to look within myself and make a connection with that path to my career.
I kind of brought a camaraderie to the first cohort where it was like, yo, we all together, it's easy for us to do this.
I was kind of losing myself. West Philadelphia Skills Initiative, they gave me that positivity that I needed back in my life.
Getting a job out the cohort was like something that I was intensely desiring, It was like kind of a dream coming true.
Once you graduated from West Philadelphia Skills Initiative, we had interviews, and it was basically up to you to nail that interview or not.
I graduated in December and immediately was offered an opportunity to interview for the patient sitter position in Children's Hospital. It seemed like it happened overnight.
I basically nailed the interview and used all the skills that they taught us.
I immediately started looking at where I would go next. I set my sights on the senior nursing aide position and just went for it.
I did get offered the job. Being placed as a crew leader, for me, at the time in my life, it was something real important to me, and to my family.
I love children, I love people. I love being able to see someone get through a tough situation, and I love music. my dream has always been to make that my career. I didn't think that I would be able to bring these two things together until one day someone knocked on the door of a room that I was sitting in, and it was a music therapist with a cart full of instruments, and it just was like a light bulb went off.
This is a dream job. You can be anything. You can be a nurse at SEPTA. You can be a doctor, transit police. I did go to college for criminal justice, and maybe one day I wouldn't mind becoming a transit police officer. Now my daughter sees a bus and she's like, "Mom, look, a bus, is that your bus?" Every bus is mommy's bus. I just love to see that in her. What I have now is definitely a path in a fantastic direction, and I can show my daughters, girl, you can do whatever you want to do in this world. You can do it. It's heartwarming. It's awesome. It's great.
My mom is this beautiful woman that raised me, my brother, and my sister all by herself. You know, the most of everything was like on her back, you know, and she did an excellent job. Just being able to provide for my family, honestly, she's proud of that. I got a 12-year-old, I got a 5-year-old, and a 4-year-old, and I want to grind, be productive. I want my sons to soak it in and pick up on those traits and those qualities. That feeling of achievement can come from just providing, you know, providing enough.
I mentioned it to my kids that I had made a decision about going back to school for music therapy. When I saw their excitement, I think it made me feel like I had already accomplished something before I even started it. I truly believe that whether you're young or old, if you have a dream, you should just hold on to it and you should go after it. So even as an adult, I still dream, and I'm not ashamed of that, you know? I believe in my dreams and I'm gonna go after them.